Hey everyone, welcome to the Thinking Crypto channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, also the thumbs up button. Guys, Bitcoin maximalists are getting exposed. It seems folks are recognizing that there's not going to be one coin to rule them all, so to speak, and they're spreading the facts, and guys like Vays and Willy they look like they want to cry when the facts are put before them. And this seems to be happening more and more. We have a video here of Dotcom, a successful entrepreneur who had a session with these guys, Vays and Willy, both well-known Bitcoin maximalists, and he's telling them about, hey, guess what? When mass adoption comes, users are going to choose something that's fast and cheap to use. And logic, common sense would tell you this, right? But of course, the Bitcoin maximalists don't want to hear that. And I'm not a maximalist for any coin. I believe in diversifying. I hold Bitcoin, so I am not anti-Bitcoin. I want to make sure that's clear. I'm just not in the boat of everything else is crap and only Bitcoin is the true crypto. Like, no, dude, come on, that's stupid. And likewise, if you're a maximalist for any other coin, that's not the way to go. So I hold XRP. Bitcoin is my number 2, I believe, as a store of value, as a digital gold. It will do well. But there's going to come a point in time when the mainstream gets in and we're at a tipping point of mass adoption and people are going to go with stuff that's faster. I, of course, have Ethereum in my portfolio and some others. So let me play the clip here for you guys. And to give you some context, Kim is telling them that, you know, from his perspective as a businessman, right? You guys may recall he started Mega Upload and the US government came after him and so forth. But, you know, he's a big time internet entrepreneur since the 90s and he's made a lot of money. So he's no idiot. He's no random dude. This guy is well known. So let me play the clip here. And the context is he's telling both Vays and Willy about conversations he's had with Roger Ver, and that the things Roger Ver is saying make sense, where it's like you need to think about transaction speeds and so forth, right? So let me play the clip here for you guys.
That in order to be a very successful cryptocurrency, you need to provide fast and cheap transactions. There's no way around that. I mean, it's nice to be a store of value, but if you really want to succeed in this game, you need to be the electronic cash. And now let me tell you something else. Let me tell you why I think that. Right now, only 2% of internet users have even been exposed to crypto. We are a niche, small piece of shit in the universe of business, all right? But this is going to change. A lot of new people are going to come into the space. We talked about the growth numbers that you are expecting each year. You think that 16% of the internet population are going to use crypto in the next 5 years, right?
Easily. Yeah.
Easily. So where are all these people going? They don't know anything about the current wars that are taking place, the current toxicity within the crypto community. They are going to go with the currency that gives them the cheapest fees, the fastest transactions, the most reliability, and currently, unfortunately, that is not Bitcoin.
Wow. Kim.com dropping knowledge bombs on these two maximalists. Vays looks like he wants to cry. Willy is squirming in his seat. They can't argue the facts here. And I'm sure they're going to come, but Bitcoin's had a great return since blah, blah, blah. And that is true. But that's a separate fact from adoption. You see, what he's trying to tell them from a business standpoint, how do you apply Bitcoin's utility in the real world when it's so slow, when the fees are so high? You can't, and that's why it's a store of value now. So what Kim is saying is when this thing comes to a full, becomes full-fledged, because there's only 2% of the internet population that knows about crypto, plays around with it, invested in it. When it gets bigger than that, they're going to go with something that's fast and cheaper to use. That is common sense, but the Bitcoin maximalists, Vays and Willy, they can't handle it, man. Those guys were squirming. Looks like he wants to cry. Now, John McAfee, if you guys recall, a few weeks back, I did a video on this. He even mentioned this. He said, Bitcoin was the first. That is a fact. But it's ancient technology. All know it. Newer blockchains have privacy, smart contracts, distributed apps, and more. Bitcoin is our future. Was the Model T the future of the automobile? So he's dropping facts. But of course, the Bitcoin maximalists like Tone Vays and so forth started replying, John's lost his mind, he's gone crazy. But he's actually, guys, if you put your thinking cap on, he's making sense here. And like I said, I'm not anti-Bitcoin. I believe as a store of value, Bitcoin will do well, will make money. But from an adoption standpoint, when we reach a certain standpoint in adoption and going mainstream, it's not going to do that well unless the Lightning Network completely resolves all the issues. If the Lightning Network is in place, then my arguments of what I'm saying don't hold up, right? But the Lightning Network isn't anywhere near there. So it all depends what comes in the future. But as of right now, today, Bitcoin doesn't have the strongest utility. I think we all know that. Now, heads up, guys, I am going to interview John McAfee in early February. I tweeted about it. Make sure you're subscribed with a notification bell. If you have any questions you want me to ask him, leave them in the comment section. And just as a comparison here, guys, if you guys may recall, Ripple put out a infographic here showing the transaction speed, cost, and scalability comparison between XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Dash, and Litecoin. And of course, XRP wins by miles. I mean, come on, 1,500 transactions per second, costs 0.0004 cents, 3.3 seconds transaction speed. So, facts now, right, guys? Facts, logic, common sense. What Kim and John McAfee is saying is absolutely right. Now, you need to silo these things. One is, okay, if you want to make money off a store of value, that's a separate thing. From a utility standpoint and global adoption, Kim is on the money. People don't care about your store of value stuff. The everyday man doesn't care about that. What they want to know is, can I move my money fast at a cheap cost? That is going to drive the market. And that's why companies like Ripple and many other are trying to, I should say Ripple is really leading the charge in moving value, at a speed of data, like or information that we currently can send text right away. Why can't we send money that way, right? So guys, what do you think about this? And once again, I am not anti-Bitcoin. I hold Bitcoin. I want Bitcoin to do well so I can make money. But I'm about the facts and logic, and you got to look ahead, not just be a maximalist on one coin and live in that bubble, right? And we'd love to hear what you guys think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys later.